Play that fucking beat. We got some real fucking mentally retarded rappers in the game. I know for a fact nobody know what the fuck these dudes be saying. Wait, turn my reverb
Hash
on.
brown.
This what the
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, shout out, baby. I put it on money, I put it in the leagues, I put it in the penny, my dollar. I roll in the city, my nigga. You come in the gym and that shit on my mama.
Hakuna Matata. Hello, hello. That's good, right?
Oh, yeah, it reminds me of Zankou Chicken for some reason.
That's right. You don't know this guy Hobson? Hobson, nowhere. Hobson's dope.
He eats a lot of garlic sauce.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that reminds
That's
me.
You
how that
say
ties
that.
I hear that. I just think Zankou Chicken.
First of all, welcome to ANR. I'm your host, Michael Gregorian, and with me, as always, is Patrick, the sound of one hand clapping, and Victor, don't call me Mexican, Estrada.
Thank you.
That's
you.
right. Clap a little too early.
Also the Latino Jimmy Fallon we found out earlier.
Yeah, he's the Latino Jimmy Fallon. And you know my Latino Jimmy Fallon name is? Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Pelon, fool. What's up?
We're talking about Zankou Chicken, the Zankou Chicken murders.
Yeah,
This
what
is
you
the
talk
final
about? That's
part.
what you talk about. What you talk about?
Hopefully, this is going to be the final part. So far, we
know they make chicken.
They make chicken. They make garlic sauce.
That's it.
They had a poppin'
Story's
spot
over.
in Lebanon.
Apparently, this garlic sauce is good enough to die for.
Dum-dum.
So they had the poppin' spot over in Lebanon. They come here to America. They open up one spot. Half of the family doesn't want to open up more locations. The son decides, I'm going to open up 4 more locations. So far, we've got like 5 locations, okay?
All right.
So he gets diagnosed with cancer.
Ooh.
Marty Rose sits down, tells his whole family, and basically, okay. Depending on who you ask and depending on who you read, there's different accounts of how the mom was like reacting to the whole situation. She basically, by all accounts, it's saying that she didn't care about the prognosis. She didn't care about anything, but more she cared about the judgment of what Marty Rose was going to hand over his empire to his sons. The youngest one's like 17.
And the key
at the
to
time.
lockbox in the bank that
has
the garlic recipe.
That has the garlic recipe. So the mom now moves to Zovik's house. Zovik is the sister. Okay, so now they're estranged. Okay. It's been like 3 years. The son has not talked to the mom or the sister.
When we're talking estranged, we're talking about so estranged that they don't drink water. They
like
do a lot of weird
things.
things. Yeah, they do a lot of weird things.
No, they're in the upside down.
Isn't that messed up?
In the Armenian upside down.
Yeah.
In the Armenian upside down.
Of course.
That's messed
up. Now we are at January 14th, 2003. Okay. So
what was the hot cell phone?
This was the day that really crazy shit happened. So no one can really explain it, and the best that the son can. So I'm going to read from an excerpt of Dikran. That's his son. I think is like the oldest son. He wrote a blog in 2014 about exactly what happened that day. So I quote, and he's speaking about the morning that they woke up.
This is allegedly.
No, this is firsthand account from the son that was there, and this is what he observed and what happened, and then the police report basically says exactly what happened after that.
Okay.
So he's talking about his dad. He said he seemed usually radiant, as if he swallowed 3 Red Bulls. I'm going to go meet with my sister and mother, he announced. It had been months since he's gone anywhere, so I asked him if he needed a ride, but he declined. So I kissed his hand and the night before, as if a premonition about what was going to happen the next day, I told him that I loved him, which you always tell him that you love him. But I didn't realize it at the time.
Your dad?
But I was saying goodbye to my father for good. Unbeknownst to any of us, he had packed a 9mm pistol into his waistband, a .38 caliber revolver in the pocket of his coat, and drove straight to the house where his sister and mother lived.
Suited and booted.
About 7 miles away. So he knocks on the door of the $1 million mansion. Where? Oakmont Country Club. In La Crescenta.
Didn't you live near
there?
there?
I lived kind of by there.
Oh, that's right. You were in the other spot.
Where is that? Where is that?
It's in La Crescenta, in between Glendale and La Cañada. So it's kind of like, it's by the country club.
When you take Cañada up, right before it turns into like Montrose, because it's right there.
So it's like a pretty big
There's a golf
house.
course there that they play women's PGA, women's PGA.
Men's PGA come there too.
I don't think that one, no.
Yeah. So
I said no.
A housekeeper led him into the dining room on the second floor where his 45-year-old sister Zovik was standing. She offered him a glass of lemonade and they chatted about family affairs for
That's the right thing to do.
half an hour until the 76-year-old mother, Margaret, arrived. Okay?
All right.
My father's sister sat across from him on the dining room table, his mother to his right. The three spoke in calm voices, although not much was said, which wasn't surprising, because they haven't talked in a while, given that my father had not seen his mother and sister for more than 2 years. Okay?
Damn.
About 5 minutes into the meeting, just as something resembling a heated conversation was getting underway, my father pulled out the Browning 9mm pistol from his waistband, reached over the table, and fired a single shot into his sister's head.
Damn.
The bullet lifted her off the chair and deposited her face down on the granite floor. Then he turned to his mother, who was screaming and running toward the nearest door. He sprinted for his mother, overtook her, stood in front of her with a gun pointed to the chest. "Don't shoot me, please," she said in Armenian. "Please don't shoot me." So the first bullet cut my grandmother in the chest. She reeled backwards and fell to the floor.
How do you say that in Armenian?
That's what I was trying to think of. I'm not that good with shoot, but they're Lebanese Armenian, so it's like really
still
different. It's
different.
gorgor. So I was actually trying to think that because I
It
wanted to
should be
write
that
how would you
different.
say it.
Shouldn't be
Please,
that
can someone email us?
Yeah, somebody email us at anightsradio@gmail.com.
We'll look that up on the next episode. We'll let you know.
That's right. So the first bullet caught my grandmother in the chest. She reeled backwards and fell to the floor. My father stood over her and pumped 8 bullets into her body.
Holy moly.
Then he's saying that as he opened the door into the study, he sees his nephew that's heard the gunshots and everything screaming and running and going up the stairs. He goes and touches about 12 different spots, they said, because of the police and all the blood. Sat down, put the gun to his head, and pulled the trigger and killed himself.
Damn.
So he emptied out his whole 9mm on,
Yeah.
on
The
the
clip.
mom, on
Yeah.
the mom,
Emptied the
and then
clip on
took the
that mom.
38.
38
took
to the
itself
head.
out, probably.
Yeah. And, when you try and think about what happened and why it happened, one of the things that you got to point out for sure,
Wyatt was there.
why it happened is that he had brain cancer and he had a lot of swelling on his head. And,
It could have been.
there's been times where that makes you think like, oh, dude, they're out to kill me. They're out to this.
It makes you think
It's
a lot
putting
of
pressure on you.
pressure and on everything that makes you walk and talk and breathe.
Yeah.
shit.
So then on
That's
top
an
of
important
that,
organ in the brain.
he's thinking to himself, if
Seriously.
I kill my sister and I kill my mother, then my kids will have no problems with the family fortune going forward and everything's going to be fine because all the people that were opposing
Clean the
us are
slate.
out of the way.
It's cleaning the slate.
Exactly. But what happened was the exact fucking opposite. And it became a nightmare where one is suing the other.
I'd
and
sue the shit out of my brother.
Yeah,
for
they're-
Zankou Chicken.
No, it wasn't the brother. No, it wasn't the brother.
I'll sue anybody for Zankou Chicken.
Listen,
Mike,
the
Mike,
Give
brothers.
me rights to it. I'll sue you.
Listen, the brothers own one. The nephew and the other surviving aunt owned the other one, and that's what the fight was about. Like the brothers, all 4 of them owned the expansion.
Yeah, they were like, "You're a nephew. You're young. You don't get shit."
Right, but they're saying that since the sister was with them when they first originally opened it, she has a claim to Zankou more than the widow and the
sister
sons.
was with them?
There's
The
two
sister was with him.
sisters.
With him.
Okay, so Zovik, the sister who was left, she opened one more location in Montebello, and then
Manabalo.
the other half they opened up 3 more locations. So they got one in Toluca Lake now. They have one in Burbank. They have one in West LA. So there's 10 of them, and one side of the family operates and owns 8. One side 2. So they took it to court. The sister said, "I own Zankou." Basically, at the end, the appellate court was like, "No, it's split this way, the way it was." Because the problem was the dad went to go file for a trademark for Zankou, but his trademark expired in 2000, and this happened in 2003. He just didn't know. So there actually wasn't a trademark
It
or
was
any
bad.
kind
It
of
was
like.
a bad trademark.
It was a
So
bad
it's
trademark.
So it's
It
a
was
trade.
open.
So it's a trade mic.
It was
It's a trade
open.
mic.
It was open.
So it was actually a trade, Jeff. So guess what? 2013, Steve, our friend. I say that
Well,
very loosely
he's not
because
my friend. I had a class.
we were in the room
I
with
saw
him a
Mike,
couple
I saw
times.
Mike yell, "Bring Zankou to him."
Yeah.
Lots of times.
He opens up Ara's Tacos. All right, that doesn't that already sound like, well, what?
Yeah, I'd be like,
So he took Chipotle and Zankou and put it together, kind of. Where you could pick. So instead of the pollo, it was
you
the
get
rotisserie
you get,
chicken.
You get the carne
pollo.
cubide,
Yeah.
carne lule.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you get
and carne pilaf
Can I get the carne con falafel?
and the spicy carne pilaf
Make it the spicy carne falafel.
with the peños.
And I make it the choresh. Hey, can you guys put limon in the choresh?
You get the tapatio for the table.
Get the tapatio. But we're talking about tapatio. We don't even use tapatio. What are you talking about, bro? We fucking put tapatio in the
Only
fucking thing.
we use macaron sauce.
bro, we got the bombest macaron.
Well,
How, dude? Why is it that there's kids that we've gone to school with almost our whole lives? They're born here. but they
Macaron is
still have a
Armenian spaghetti
thing.
for those who don't know.
Yeah,
It's their
macaron, bro.
version.
They have
It's got
fucking
potatoes in
accents,
it.
and
It's
they're
got
born
potatoes in it.
here.
It's bomb, yeah.
Like, well, I don't get that.
I was at Chipotle and there was 3 Armenian kids behind me, and the guy looks at the rice. He's like, "Is the rice spicy?" And his friend goes, "Bro, of course it's spicy. It's not karmi pilaf, bro. Karmi pilaf is red rice."
Mexicans have the similar thing.
Yeah,
where they
but
have the rice with the tomato.
It's a spicier
That's
thing.
true. 'Cause they put
picante.
salsa,
Yeah, they put
right?
picante in there. So, but it's not karmi pilaf, bro.
Ours tacos, dude.
And now Aras Tacos is exactly karmi pilaf Chipotle.
Yeah. So it's-
Genius. He must have been there that
Well,
day.
he was saying that they don't do chicken al pastor style because al pastor they season it and then they marinate it for a long time and then they cook it.
Yeah.
But nobody's doing that with the chicken, so he decided to do that, and then you can kind of build your own burrito.
Well, they already had that in Chicken Tarna, bro. It's the same
Guess
thing.
what? It closed.
Tarna. Yeah,
2013.
Tarna.
It was a great idea, but it closed.
Wah.
That's right.
If you have a taco restaurant and it closes, you suck.
If you have a taco recipe, please send it to anightsradio@gmail.com.
You know what,
wanna-
they
if
didn't
you
have?
wanna-
You know what he didn't have? He didn't have that fluffy garlic sauce.
If you want to listen, if you're making a taco and you want to know how, but you don't want to read it, where can I go to find a cookbook that'll tell me how to do it while I'm doing it?
Actually, you can go to audible.com. Go to audibletrial.com
That's a real place.
/Armenian Nights Radio, and you could choose from other 180,000 titles to choose from.
What if I want a
That's a
textile book
lot
that I
of
can actually
titles.
touch? What if I need a braille book? Can I get that somewhere?
You can actually go
on the
to,
internet?
and now, Amazon owns Whole Foods. You know that?
Get out of here.
Swear to God.
Can I get an orange?
Yeah. You can get a whole orange at Whole Paycheck.
Will they drone it to my house?
Actually, they will.
Drone one orange. That's the future.
Dude, I love
If we
how
get to that point, I'll kill us all.
they're going to have that. No, they're going to have drones that drop off the ship first,
Yeah.
right? And they're going to have a lot of fulfillment centers.
I'm already fat as fuck, and like I got three markets walking distance from my house, bro.
Postmates is the best for when you're drunk. You're
Dude.
like, dude, I don't want to go. I just fucking get a 24-pack.
I think I have more delivery food apps on my phone than any other style of app.
I think so.
There's like a whole little section of just delivery food apps.
I swear.
Now,
I have it.
how come they don't have the one that we always talk about? That if you get drunk, you're out drinking.
That's the one you talk about. This is an invention. I kind of like it, but I realized also, I think insurance purposes might be.
So let me
crazy.
explain it for the audience. I'm saying whenever you go out drinking, the one thing that leads you to kind of drink and drive one
Well,
of the
sometimes you
tipping
ride to your
factors,
homie's house, park there,
Yeah.
and then you all dip out in an
you
Uber.
don't want to leave your car somewhere. You might get a ticket or something. What if you had an Uber service that would not only come pick you up, that would come with some dude that's going to drive your fucking car home? I mean, other than the insurance thing, hurdle, what else is there?
Trademark. By the way, it's a trademark.
No, it's already out there. It's out there, but they don't have it in California.
It's called Psych. I'm not Mike, but I'll drive you home.
It's called Go Fuck Yourself.
Where's this? This is
That's
this
the
is
app.
already this is already a thing right now.
Yeah.
You can do it in what
Yeah.
state? In like what state?
They have it in New York.
Probably Iowa.
Yeah.
They'll come, and someone else will come.
Yes.
Take your car and
Yeah.
drive it back.
Yeah, drive safe.
But what if some guy so what do they know that? And the guy's like, "Hey, I'm with fucking Duber," and you're like, "All right, here's my keys."
Isn't
and they
that-
just take your shit to a chop
Well,
shop.
then you're
and
fucked
chop-
up.
They
Okay.
just stand at the bar, wait
Yeah.
for drunk fools, and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm
about
your
one letter off
I'm
for
your-
the actual
yeah.
thing?
What about that? Thing,
Drive safe.
what about that thing like they do on New Year's where a tow truck will come and just pick your whole fucking car up?
See? Something
and
like
take
that.
you home.
And you know what I was thinking?
Can you ride in the thing while you're on?
Once,
the back of
that's
the
what I'm
fucking
saying.
car?
Look, one step further. You know those things that
That's
carry
illegal.
the cars? There's like 9 cars
Yeah.
that take them
Yeah,
from dealership to dealership. What if they lock you in? You're in your car. Everyone's partying. Woo!
Yeah,
You
but-
reach down, get some weed
But
from down
you
there.
guys
Woo!
all crawl
Nah,
out
but
like
then-
it's Havasu
Okay.
and jump boats on each other.
I
Jump cars.
already have a problem with that because
What?
how are you gonna like if someone?
It doesn't matter.
if someone
It's
has to
already
get
fun.
Someone dropped off. You have to like back all the cars out.
All right, you got to go in order. You got to go in order. You got to go in order.
Shit.
Last man standing. If
With-
you're the first man,
I
pulling
didn't
up,
think of that.
Logistically, how
who
is
cares?
this gonna work?
You're already fucked up enough to have somebody pick up your car, put it on a fucking truck. Do you think you're gonna be like, "What order am I in?" You might not want to stay the latest. Woo! Don't
Yeah.
drop me out first.
Wouldn't that be great?
Jack in the box. He goes.
What would you call that?
I don't know.
Oh, so one more thing. I want to ask you guys on the air, and I want the suggestions from the audience. I have to legally change my name back to Michael because my birth certificate says something else. I know there's only a minute left. I have to legally change my name to Michael, and I'm thinking if I'm going to go through the whole process, I want to make my middle name something funny. So I was thinking Metallica. What if I made my name Michael Metallica Gregorian? What would be a cool middle name?
Michael Gregorian. So it'd be like, I think, Michael ain't your baby daddy. Gregorian. I don't
Michael
know.
Jordan Gregorian?
Yeah. No. That's like you're trying to be too cool, bro.
Wu
I
Tang?
say,
No.
I say
Michael
you
Wu-Tang?
drop. I say you just drop just start from scratch, max power.
Michael Doodoo. Put Doodoo or fucking.
Doodoo Gregorian?
Oh, yeah, or like some Egyptian hieroglyphics or something. But make it a picture.
Yeah. Send us.
Make it a picture of Calvin pissing on your name.
Send us. Yeah, I want it to be a
Calvin
word.
pissing on Gregorian.
Send it all to anightsradio@gmail.com. Go to iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. Share. Like us.
Shitty, I know you're out there listening. Give us some suggestions.
Yeah,
I know
Shitty. Give us some suggestions.
Shout outs to Shitty.
If you guys want to see these videos
shout
live.
Outs to David, what up? What up? I know you're out there.
What up, Dave?
Undercover Monsters. Go
Dave
check them
Fuller.
out. Bandcamp.com.
You can go to the network studios and watch this live on their Facebook page, or you can go to YouTube afterwards to Armenian Nights Radio or Armenian Nights Comedy or AN Radio. Put in any one of those things and you'll find us. You got the song ready?
No, he doesn't.
Ready to roll, baby.
Right. I got a new verse.
I'm cocked and loaded.
Come with that fucking lit fire, fam.
Go.
I want lit fire, fam, out of your ass.
You want to see it?
I want to see it. Anticlimactic.
Yo, Mike. Yo, what the fuck you been up to, son? I know
Just
you been out there
lounging.
fucking
Just lounging.
smashing hoes and fucking bros.
Oh, yeah?
My bad breath bombs buildings like 9/11. The Reverend, a suicide bomber, go to heaven.
You fucking assholes.